Hundreds of people waited in the Cambridge Commons at a rally for Andrew Yang, a Democratic presidential candidate that's been making waves with his unconventional approach. He set himself apart early on with his heavy presence online.
Gang's all internet. You don't look like the internet to me.
His biggest policy proposal, and the favorite among some voters, is his universal basic income plan to give American adults $1,000 a month. For some, like Jordan, the plan isn't just free money.
I think it's necessary to combat the automation that you see in this country that, not only has affected my family, but millions of other families.
At the last Democratic debate, Yang announced that he was going to pick 10 Americans to give $1,000 a month for an entire year. After his performance at the debate, he grew more in Twitter followers than any of the other candidates.
And now, as the debates heat up and the 2020 election approaches, his modest poll numbers have been seeing some traction. Pat Clark is a mother of 8. She stayed home with her kids while her husband worked 2 jobs. $1,000 every month would have gone a long way in helping their family.
I personally am middle class, struggling from paycheck to paycheck all the time. It makes a heck of a lot of sense for the ordinary middle class person.
Pat doesn't support all of Yang's policies, but for her, the good outweighs the bad.
He's not your ordinary politician. He's a real human being. I think he's the change we need.
To have a real chance at the nomination, his support will have to grow beyond the self-professed Yang gang, and he'll be crisscrossing the country trying to get people to buy in. From Cambridge, I'm Isabel Indresano.
I didn't even know kids my age actually vaped.
Anne-Marie Noe's interest in the vaping phenomenon started her first day of high school, when she saw 12 of her peers vaping in the girls' bathroom.
I was so uneducated. What was it? I didn't know what it was. So I just started to really look into it, look into the science behind it, what's in a vape and how it's affecting the body.
She set out not only to teach herself, but those around her. And this burst of inspiration came just in time for Anne-Marie's Girl Scout Gold Award.
I knew that I just wanted to educate my peers on what a vape was and what is in the chemicals.
For her 2-year-long Girl Scout Gold Award project, Anne-Marie worked with her health teacher at Newburyport High to start a multi-class lesson plan that teaches the risks and dangers of vaping. She also created a social media campaign to reach members of the community outside of the high school.
You walk downtown and you see a teen vaping, people who aren't necessarily connected to the high school, it's still affecting them.
Her project won the Gold Award, the highest honor in the Girl Scout organization. Less than 7% of all Girl Scouts receive it. The goal is to identify a problem in their community and to help find a long-lasting solution.
It really goes to show how one Girl Scout can make the world a better place.
Anne-Marie says she supports Governor Charlie Baker's vape ban, but she's looking forward to next steps being taken.
And Anne-Marie hopes to encourage young people, especially young women, to make a difference in their community. For Emerson College, I'm Isabel Indresano.
Meet Zach Evans, better known professionally as Magic Zach.
That was great. My name is Zach.
He's a college student during the week, but on the weekends he takes his tricks to the streets of Boston, Massachusetts. For crowds of all sizes, and people of all ages.
Because why would you want to do anything else for a living when you could give people this?
Some kids want to grow up to be astronauts, and some want to grow up to be president. But not Magic Zach. He wants something a little more astonishing.
The reason I do magic is to be able to give people a sense of wonder. You're able to very clearly give someone a gift in any moment.
Magic Zach's been a street performer here in Faneuil Hall for about 2 years now, but his magic journey began when he was only 6 years old.
Zach will never forget the day he saw magic for the very first time.
It's like, what? It's impossible. And so I was spellbound from that moment on.
With his mouth hanging open in awe, he walked away from the performance with something so much greater. A dream.
If I could give that to somebody else, and I could do what he's doing and make a living off of it, why would I want to do anything else?
Zach hopes to one day travel the country, bringing his magic to as many places as he possibly can, giving people that same feeling he had 14 years ago. And for when he needs a little inspiration for himself, he carries this coin, given to him by the magician on that very day, to help remind him of why he started, and to help others make magic of their own. As for the rest of his plans, well, a magician never reveals his secrets. From Boston, I'm Isabel Indresano.
And while the MBTA ranked so highly compared to 99 other cities in the country, commuters who tap this card every day aren't so convinced. While the T placed second in accessibility and convenience, it came in last in security and reliability. City officials say parts of the red, orange, and the green line are going to be closed on weekends in October for improvements to make your T-ride better. From Boston, I'm Isabel Indresano.